Alright, we're doing fire signs next. Alright, give me 2 cards for my fire signs. I'll call upon the element of fire. What messages do we have for my fire signs on today? Oh, okay. All right, we have dry desert and we have deep freeze. Are these in the frame? Yeah, you can see this. Okay. With ride the wave on the bottom of the deck. All right, let's see. All right. We're going to do the same format as we did Earth signs. I brought these other cards. I'll pull those out if need be. And give me 3 for my fire signs. Give me, oh. Okay. Got the Hermit. Give me 2 more for my fire signs. 8 of coins. Give me 1 more. Thank you. Oh. Oh, excuse me. All right. My fire signs may be battling with a little something right now. Okay, we have the Hermit, we have the 8 of Pentacles, and we have the 3 of Swords here. So I'm going to go ahead and start off with my Oracle cards. This is the Enchanted Map Oracle cards, by the way. So, what do we have? Dry Desert, 31. All right, Dry Desert. Dig deep for inspiration and truth. Now is the time to become resilient and adaptable. If your life is presenting you with opportunities that seem to yield nothing, have your ideas dried up? Does it feel like you're on an endless journey through a dry, hot, lifeless desert? This card reminds you that there are times when you're meant to become resilient as you journey through harsher circumstances. You're being required to conserve your energy until after constant effort or consistent effort, you reach the oasis you're searching for. Consider the creatures that live in these conditions. They have adapted to thrive in spite of the outer environment. In a desert, water is essential for life, can be found deep underground. Go deep within yourself now and find your truth there. Let spirit sustain you while you locate the real source. Whatever it is you're asking about will not be found in the conditions you're in until you move past the surface of things and choose to do the real work and discover the answers deep within you. This may not seem like the most productive time, but looks are deceiving. This is the most important place to find what's truly right for you. Okay. It's definitely given like you're kind of dealing with like some pushback here. Dry desert, deep freeze, ride the waves. You're kind of being asked to go with the flow of things, with the ebb and flow of life, with the ebb and flow of possibly even business. Especially we have the 8 of Pentacles out here. So I think the Hermit was first. I switched these around when I put them back. So I'll say that was for a reason. But we have the 8 of Pentacles, which is working hard, like literally working hard, where you get to the point where you feel like something is almost done. It's almost complete, but it's like it's missing one thing. It's not the full 9 of Pentacles. Like it hasn't really gotten to the end. It's like you haven't gotten to the finish line yet. It's like so close, but it's like something comes in like right where you're like almost finished, almost to the finish line, and it like thwarts your plans, thwarts your progress, and it's like you have to start all the way over from scratch. Because it feels like everything has, like, the ideas, even your motivation may have dried, your interest into, like, may have just dried up. Like, sometimes we get into that space, especially fire signs are very passionate. So fire signs need that passionate energy. They need that fire energy to create, to keep them, moving forward. And sometimes it's like, it's giving burnout. That's what it's giving. It's giving burnout. It's like you pushed yourself like so hard to get to a certain space, and it's like the closer you seem to get to where it is that you want to reach, it's like something happens and it's like you getting pushed back, and it's like it's putting things on pause. With the Three of Swords here, like it's not like where you have to start completely over. This is like a pause. This is like a pause. With the Deep Freeze card, it's definitely giving pause, because you can always unthaw that shit. You got some chicken in the freezer and you want to cook that shit. Like, you can't just go and just take it out the freezer and expect to cook it right out the pan. You gotta wait and you gotta let it unthaw, and then you can cook it. So maybe, like, because these are like contrasts. These are contrasts. Dry desert, so that's like extreme heat. And then we have deep freeze, extreme cold. So, like, there's no balance. So it's like either you're all full force in, or it's like you have nothing. You have nothing. You can't think of anything. You don't have any ideas. Your creativity is dried up. Like, you're not motivated. But, like, there's no balance. And I think that's what the Ride the Wave card is on the bottom of the deck. For and I know my fire sign energies can be very quick to, like, try to make quick decisions. They're very impulsive sometimes, and I think the impulsiveness is kind of getting you ahead of yourself, and there's a need to kind of slow down. Slow and steady is underneath here. There's a need to slow down and kind of ride the wave, to kind of go with the flow, not move so fast so you don't burn out, but you're at a steady pace, even momentum, where things are building. What's the Lil Wayne song, Let the Beat Build? Again, Lil Wayne's a Libra, and I'm thinking of like Aries. This is giving very Aries energy. So it's, again, those polar opposites, because they're the opposites of each other in the zodiac wheel. But yes, it's like needing to utilize this energy of the polarities and able to find the balance. So while you're in this period of deep freeze, or while you're in this period of whichever side of the spectrum you're on, whether you're in this dry desert or deep freeze, where, like, it's a need to find a balance here. There's a need to find a balance of coming together where you can, like, slowly but steadily, I don't want to say slowly, steadily build on what it is that you're working towards. With the three of swords, it's not the end of the world. It's definitely just a pause, but there needs to be a happy medium. So kind of take the moment, like this hermit, it ended up in the middle. So kind of take a pause in between where you started from and where you're trying to go. Take a pause, breathe, maybe do something else, and then, like, allow that creativity to rebuild itself, to, like, percolate within you again. Because the Five of Wands is here on the bottom of the deck with the Chariot behind that. So it's definitely given like there's some obstruction when it comes to, or obstacle when it comes to moving forward. I'm going to read Deep Freeze. That is number 26. All right, deep freeze. Everything has its season. Now is the time to put activity on hold while you rest. The cold winter beckons you to slow down and put a freeze on things that are not ready to bloom. It's time for regeneration and hibernation. Forego ambitious activity. A pregnant pause allows ideas to gestate, projects to shift and change, and relationships to go through a dreamy state of being, not going anywhere, not needing to. This is also a time to put all of your arguments on ice. Nothing beneficial will come from any of them. Self care is the most important activity right now. So reflect, read a good book, or go get a massage, rest, and dream. So see, find something else to do to kind of rebuild that chemistry within yourself, rebuild that passion, reignite that spark. Like when we're so focused on like a goal, sometimes, especially if like we started out really passionate, like the slightest thing, like when it doesn't go our way, can kind of change how we feel about the situation, especially if it's like taking longer than we thought it would for us to get to a certain place, for us to finish a certain project, for us to, even in connections and relationships, to meet a certain goal or milestone. Like, you can feel like it's giving like a feeling of defeat, but it doesn't have to be. This moment is like, this seems to be the thing. Like, so far I've done earth signs and now I'm doing you guys, and both is given that energy of like, it's okay to take a pause and reflect, to like really look and reassess where you are, where you come from, where you are, where you're going, and like any, so you like in that moment you can see if like any changes, any tweaks need to, take place. So with this being said, like you're going from the dry desert and deep, like these are kind of the same thing. It's like it's a conundrum, but it's not, because one's hot, one's cold, but they're both like barren. They're both barren to a degree. They're both barren. Like there's, yeah, it's frustrating. It's frustrating. It's definitely frustrating. But they're both they're both pauses. They're both things where you have to look outside of the box, and it's not an immediate answer. It's not an immediate fix. So like if you're in the dry desert and everything is dried up, their ideas have dried up, like your passion for something has dried up. Like, it's not that there's a lack of life in the desert, it's just not as obvious. So you have to look a little deeper to get something that is that you're able to utilize for that, to quench that thirst, so to speak. And with the deep freeze, it's like everything is paused. It's paused in motion. So it's like something was moving and then it's like frozen. So it's like it's not moving right now. So it's a little stagnant, but it's got to unthaw. So it's a season. There's always something new to look forward to. So in the desert, you can go and find water in a cactus or somewhere underground. Deep freezing, there's a time, place, season for things to be unthawed. So, or to come off the ice. They just want you to take a break. They want you to take a break. Not do too much of worrying about the outcome, because the outcome seems to already be set in stone, because most of the work is already done. Most of, like, you're almost there. You're almost at the finish line. This is just a brief pause. A brief pause. A pregnant pause, as they said here, but a brief pause. So don't give up pertaining to the goal, the end goal, but do take the time to reflect and to nourish yourself in the meantime. I want to read Ride the Wave. I only read 2 for the last one, but I want to read Ride the Wave because I feel like yeah. You can be assured that you're entering a time when you can ride the wave of abundance. The tide is turned and you can put your surfing skills to the test. Everything that you know, all of your talents, coupled with your hopes and dreams, will carry you forward. People and circumstances have come out of the ocean of potential and possibility to take the shape in a wave of spectacular activity. Know that you're definitely on the right path. Okay, so you're on the right path. Like I said, the work is, almost finished. The work is almost done. You're almost there, but you do need to take a break. You do need to take a break and enjoy the ebb and flows of life. Enjoy the quiet times as well as when you are in that mode where you're getting shit done. So I'm going to pull a Zen card. I just want one. Advice for my fire signs. Yeah, I don't know what that noise was earlier, but yeah. I was trying to say something and it just didn't work. So, yeah. Happens sometimes. Oh. Right, if you're around me on a regular basis, I make weird sounds anyway, so it is what it is. It is what it is. All right, just give me one. Give me one message of advice for my fire signs. Tuning in, or turning in, rather. So this is a card of meditation. It's a card of going within. Really just, yeah, inner voice on the bottom of the deck. So listen to your inner voice when it's time to stop. When it's time to stop pushing, stop. Tune in to yourself. Hermit mode. And just take some time to reflect. Don't keep going and going and going and going. Because at some point you're going to be forced to stop. Because that energy, that momentum is going to burn out. So they want you to pace yourself and do a little bit of work here, and then take the time to, do something just for you. Do something for your own personal entertainment that doesn't involve business, that doesn't involve whatever this goal is. Go find something else to do. So kind of balance that energy out, because the more you're, tuning in with yourself, tuning in with your environment, the things around you, you're gonna find something because you're living in the moment and not focused, like laser focused on whatever this goal is. So you're gonna live in the moment and find certain things that are gonna spark that creativity, gonna spark that passion within you again. You're gonna get ideas that you may not have had if you had kept like staying focused, like on whatever this goal is. So take the time out, go smell the flowers, go touch grass, go to the park, go swing, go to the mall, go watch a movie, go do something outside of whatever the fuck this is, because yeah, this is like a depletion of energy, a depletion of, I don't want to say life force, because it's definitely not a depletion of life force, but it's a depletion of creative stimuli. And that only comes from living life, not trying to accomplish something, not a goal that you're working towards. It's okay to take a step back and go enjoy yourself for a little bit. And I think that's the main message for y'all. Go enjoy yourselves. Go enjoy yourselves. Off with you. All right. Thank you so much to my fire signs. Off with you now. All right. Namaste. Go do something else.